Esper control versus 4-color blink.
Oh man, we're gonna be here for a while, huh?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Oath of Nissa.
You want to tell me I was supposed to read that?
Oh, that didn't show up well. What is the which player on the middle was on elementals?
Uh, Dylan.
Dylan. Okay. I'm not sure if Stringbean's running Void Rend or what he's running.
He's got a copy in the side.
One copy of Void Rend inside.
He was asking me. Also, he did the cringe control thing to do. He's playing 61 main board cards.
Oh my.
He goes, I'm not cutting a card, and then just jam the Esper land in.
Oh my gosh.
He's got a thought distortion in the side. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
I love this guy so much.
Any obscure charms?
No.
Okay.
Man, he's got to control sideboard for sure. One Ashiok Dream Render, one Stony Silence, one Blossoming Calm, one Aether Gust, one Thought Distortion, 3 Dovin's Veto, a Force, a Chalice, a Dress Down, an additional copy of Kind's Guile, 2 Void Rents, so there's 2, and then 1 Engineered Explosives. This like didn't work.
Worth noting, RG has actually qualified already for the Invitational. Got second place, I believe, at another 1K. So
nice. I think this is RG's first time at our shop.
I think so. Look at Damien's big head getting in the camera.
He's reading.
I don't know whose deck list that's supposed to be, but
So
Yeah.
3 mana prismatic ending that Risen Reap.
Yeah, good idea to remove that.
If you have Dakota Crawford's list, you need it.
I don't even have my actual list because some of these aren't readable. Unlucky. Here, Kyle, if you want to read over what's twice the cards in their list. Not need.
All right, so RG's list definitely. We see the Yori on there.
Oh, RG didn't draw off to Fairy. That's unlucky.
It also got prismatic ending.
So this 4-color blink deck looks. It's definitely the like elemental kind of version of it, with the 4 Risen Reef. 4 Solitude, 4 Fury, 1 Endurance.
So it's probably just 4-color elementals, right?
Well, I mean that's other than that, it's just the 4-color blink list. Terran, a Magus, 2 Ice
They're
Fang,
called elementals if it runs Risen Reef.
4 right, gotcha. 4 Omnath, 1 Eternal Witness, a Titania, Protector of Argoth, the playset of Wrens, playset of Teferis.
I believe he has 1 Void Rend in the side.
What? No, 2.
You said 2? Oh, 2.
I thought it was 1 at first, but it's not. It's 2. Dylan, keep your name inside the box, brother. Look at that.
So Omnath on board for RG. Life totals are 18-16, Terran. Land drop, gain 4. Up to 22.
Wait, he shocked it in.
Oh, we shocked it in.
Alright, some of our stuff.
Swinging in for 5. Robert's gonna fetch. Basic island might see March. Okay. I was thinking it might end up being a Solitude right there with 5 mana available, but March it is. Playing with March, I play blue-white in Pioneer, and March has been a very versatile card when I've seen it in Control decks in Modern. Just, being able to pitch a card to make it cheaper, and at the same time, just being able to hit so many different targets has felt very strong.
RG goes and gets a Magus.
So no white mana for String Bean?
Oh, white mana. But
Double blue.
yeah, it's double blue, and it kind of shuts off a lot of what RG's got going on. You do not have a blue, sir.
The
Yeah, he does.
Or,
yeah,
never mind. You bought the
Yes,
growth.
Bender
Never mind.
Growth.
I'm sure. For whatever reason, I thought that was Utopia's Sprawl and it needed to fall off. But Utopia's Sprawl can only attach to basics.
Force.
Or forest. I mean, dude, I'm all over the place. At least
Yeah,
one more
Magus
deck.
shutting off the white mana here. I see this being a problem for Esper. So also no black sources either. RG swinging out. Another Omnath, and I see there's another one in hand. Land drop, gain 4, 24. Land go from Robert on tap.
What's his name? Who's Dylan playing?
Jacob Fimish.
I just look. He doesn't come up yet.
Oh.
Swinging out. Snapcaster chump block. I think everything in the graveyard is white, so he's targeting a March, but not going to be able to cast it.
We'll see if he's able to get the trade off on the
Right.
way he just had lethal
On the
damage.
Magus, yeah, but that was a Solitude coming out, pitching a Omnath, and that is going to take care of Snapcaster in game 1. Goes to 4-color Elementals, or 4-color.
Not really not Kibi's hands, it looks like. They do. Draws another land. Triumph comes tapped. Pass. All the fountain tapped. And pass. I guess one thing to note is if Robert Crimmins, or String Bean as we call him, plays a basic plains.
He does play one.
He plays 2 basic planes, so he'll probably be mindful of what happened last game and acquire one at some point just to make sure that he always has that white available. Boy, that's you.
I resubbed. 19 months.
You're cracked. Bro, our stream's getting old. I'm gonna have to start adding the more buttons for like sub badges.
Yeah.
223. Hit us with the follow. Very much appreciated.
We do want to do some Pioneer tournaments in the future for sure.
Yeah, we actually can't wait to get some of those going. I've been playing a lot of Pioneer. Risen Reef, turn 3. String Bean says it enters.
And there's Vito. It's quite the pickup from Risen Reef. Omnaths in hand. Hall coming down tapped. Not super great. Probably would like to have that 4th mana available if possible.
Getting in
You'd
for
be able to
one.
march this Risen Reef, but now you can't.
Right.
Without exiling a card in your hand. It's 19 and 19. Playing Odawara. Oh Lord. Or does have to be somewhat careful here, because
He probably wants to get, yeah, well, he's going to get the basic, but I also don't see any black sources out there yet for String Bean.
you don't necessarily need them.
They're just very, very small amount.
Yeah, like you have like Giles maybe, and he might not even have them in, which is technically like a way to get around this. This is gonna get walked right into a Dovin's veto. But if that would have stuck, that would have been pretty good for Robert. You get to either tuck this Risen Reef, see what happens. The only thing it dies to really against this deck is a Fury. So that was probably the line that he was seeing. People show up with some cool sleeves, bro.
They do.
Fetch land. I did all the shuffling to play fetch land. Darren, I want you to know you're going to call a new commentator, by the way. This is Blink / Elementals back to back.
Is that Titania?
Yeah, is Titania just stock now?
I guess.
Titania. This is the second Blink / Elemental / AD card / deck that we've seen play it.
Yeah, and it's a one of in both lists.
So yeah, when you
Or
play like
in the main.
Aldamri's Call, like you can keep these whack cards kind of as one of.
Right.
You only get them when you really feel they're necessary to get. So, little tap resolves. Titania going back to hand. Can't really do much. We let this Baby's Fairy resolve.
Is there possibly an Ephemerate in hand?
Well, I mean, you can't do anything. A Baby's Fairy.
Oh, yeah, Baby Tavari's resolve. Yeah, my bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
always
like
do that.
that's why it's like, okay, you just tap land. It seems like it's probably just going back to hand. He's playing around. He's getting a token. That makes so much more sense.
So Pikachu's are 5/3s. Did he not get the elemental trigger from that elemental entering with Risen Reef?
No, he got it. He put it in his hand.
Okay.
I'm glad you said elemental trigger because I was like, why did he draw a card?
Oh.
Fury pitching Omnath. Bye-bye Teferi. Trigger.
You're in, Ben. Probably see what he does here, because he does have another Dovin's Veto up, which is just going to be really brutal. So what if I play Baby Fairy as well? What if I play the fun police myself?
Streaming, fetching in response. Haven't seen his hand here yet to see what answer he might have for this. Or maybe something to bounce the 5/3 that's going to swing in here.
It's an opt. Digging for a counter spell.
Is that a charm?
I believe so. The charm can take this 5/3. Or this March can exile this 5/3. Don't think it's worth protecting with your Dovin's Veto. I think you just want to keep that in hand. Deal with any like thing that's actually super relevant. Smack you on the noodle.
The interesting thing about Teferi, because now your opponent can't do anything. Usually, when you play a Planeswalker, if you take another action, they have they can respond then and remove your Planeswalker or do something. So usually, you play a Planeswalker, you activate it. But with Teferi, you can just play it and then be like, okay, I'm going to start doing this other stuff now. I'm going to attack.
Which right there, you saw him get a value out of its abundant growth. He just played it, drew a card, bounced it with Teferi, drew a card, and now he's going to play it again, probably draw another card.
Right.
Well, he's not going to. Yeah. Sniggers draws so many cards, and that's why they're able to play 80. Because they just turn through their deck at some point. Like, once they get past that turn 5, turn 6, they're just turning through their deck. It doesn't matter. They're playing a ton of fetch lands. They got Omnath to gain that life back from playing fetch lands.
Right.
They got good blockers in terms of, like, endurance and
Did he just
Fury.
Did RG just have to discard? He just discarded a prismatic ending.
Probably.
That
Honestly.
is gross.
Yeah, and as a control player, was
Dovin's Veto.
a lot of people play control. We understand what this means.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When your opponent's just able to strictly just outdraw you, it's never a good sign.
Down to 13. Attacking with the 1/1.
This situation is the situation that you see that a lot of people get frustrated with the blink decks and the elemental decks. It's like, bro, you have like 7 cards in hand. I have like 2, but you only have a 1/1 in play to kill me.
Right.
And it's just like, that's where people are like,
It
"Can you
looks.
just get me dead quicker."
RG's just keeping, value in hand with Teferi out there. Didn't want to tap out and put Omnath down. Has Omnath and Yorion in hand. Archmage Charm, draw 2 for String Beam. Play another land. Snapcaster, main phase. And I think he's targeting the Opt. Endurance flashing in. So now it's a little bit of pressure, a little bit of a clock. That's a Fury.
Of what? Oh, the draw.
Ripped a Fury off of the Ice Fang Coddle.
I was like, that's an Ice Fang Quaddle, Kyle. That's not a Fury in play. Come on.
No, it was a Fury off the top, swinging in. So, do you play the Omnath here, or do you play the Fury, or do you just...
Hey.
you
So
just
there's a
chilling?
point in when you're playing control that
You worry about
sometimes you
a
can.
verdict.
Well, no, not even necessarily that. When you're playing control, sometimes you're allowed to just close your eyes and cast cards at random. And at this point, not saying like anything they're doing is wrong or like they're playing it correctly, but RG with how many cards he has in hand in comparison to his opponent probably just close his eyes and cast cards at random. And it'll probably still get there.
I mean, Streaming has nothing in the graveyard. Ewit. Get back the veto.
Yeah.
Nice.
And even if like you played your Fury into say a board wipe, like it still got the value from Risen Reef. You still replaced it. Like that's what's so good about Risen Reef is when you play these elementals, you are just straight up replacing them. But he's gonna discard Fury to hand size again. Solitude in hand. That can't be vetoed. So he has some play. Has to do it now, though. There's a glaring problem. Gaia's Guile. That can be vetoed.
Archmage's Charm, Solitude. Is that a march?
I think this is a verdict. No? What's the card?
Marching for 4.
There's one mystery card in Robert's hand. I don't know what it is. I thought it was a verdict. I thought it was the foil buy box promo. But I can't tell what it is.
I think I'm not sure which. Yeah, it was the Ewit that was targeted with the march. I don't know that RG cares that much.
I'll just say our boy Snapcaster's a 2-1. I smack that thing in the noodle. RG says, I'm not giving up this Risen Reef. There's no way.
No, why would you give up a Risen Reef when you get to permanently keep 7 cards in your hand?
Yeah.
I think it's a Admiral's Call. Go fetch up any creature. Another Endurance.
Let's see one comment about Narset. Narset is good in certain situations. The only problem with Narset in this particular spot is Risen Reef itself does not actually draw cards. Risen Reef looks at the top card. If it's a land, you may put it into play. If it's not, you can put it into your hand. And that's the keyword you're looking at is put it into hand. So what you get to do is never draw. You just keep putting in the hand. So we see him playing Omnath. Both Omnath's ETB and the Risen Reef ETB from the Omnath happen. He says, I'm going to draw first with Omnath and then resolve Risen Reef's trigger, which you saw him instantly draw. He didn't even look at it. He just put it in hand to show that, like, I'm not trying to do anything weird. I'm just like, I'm going to draw my card. Look at the second one. It was a land, put it into play. And then get the value off the Omnath, immediately gain the 4. Enters tapped, but you can play another lane, make 4 mana. So here he shocks. That was second land drop this turn, so the Omnath made 4 mana. This comes in, the 4 damage now triggers, deals 4 to Robert. Puts him to 1. And says, you're going to play fetch land and go out on your own terms? Or what?
Swinging it.
He goes, man, you saw the line. There's a verdict.
Oh, he had it. Fetching. What's RG have in hand? Verdict can't be countered.
Yeah. Well. Risen Reef trigger. My man RG grabbed the elemental out and then put it back. Army's Charm, draw 2. How upset is if RG just like randomly has 1 copy of Rag Band? It's like dashing at you.
He has endurance in hand, doesn't he?
I believe so.
3 endurance.
Ball game.
Yep. So, verdict just a little bit too late there, and so much value generated by the blank deck. Wow.